With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Buffalo. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. Whoa! And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. That's on the veteran, Deion Dawkins. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Allen. But all the time he could, but he finally is taken down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Going to send it downfield toward Knox. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
Open man, that's Amari Cooper. And he's into the end zone.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 1. The give, right side for Gibbs. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Here's second and 3. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Another run for Gibbs here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 43 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. Shifts by at the 15. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now second and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Back to throw. Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. On fourth down. Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he goes out right around the 39. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Young will set to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Off the play fake, Young. Dancing to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To throw, Young. This one into the hands of Thielen. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Young to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Hubbard will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 50, it's Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Goff. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Now Young. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Goff. That is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's going to let this one go deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now here's Young. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Still on his feet. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard.